Hello everyone, it's Miss Elizabeth with Music for Kids coming to you from my studio here in Texas. And this is going to be the first part of a series that I'm doing on taking classes online. We're going to cover the advantages of taking lessons online, how to prepare for your lesson, how to set up your camera, how your child will benefit, what to expect, and much more. So please tune in. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking the link. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and other forms of social media that I'm going to be posting in the description below. And if you have any questions or would like to contact me, you can also leave me a comment and I will respond back to you as soon as possible. Online classes are for anyone and everyone that wants to learn. And that means your little child from the age of 5 months, your child that's a toddler that can't sit still, your child that's a 6-year-old that's full of energy and wants to run around. They actually are very, very focused in these online classes. So if you're a parent, I would really encourage you to strongly consider doing online courses. So in today's video, I wanted to give you the top 5 reasons why you should consider doing lessons online rather than in person at a studio. Reason number 1, why your child should take their music classes online: convenience. You can have your class at the comfort of your own home. You can save time driving, you can save gas driving, you can save the hassle of going back and forth from activity to activity because you're doing it out of your home. And if you're traveling, you can still take your lessons if you have the time because you can do it anywhere. That's the beauty of having everything on the internet today, is that we can be in France, we can be in China, and we can still take our music lesson online with our teacher. So the convenience factor is a huge plus. And on top of that, if you have a busy schedule and your child's lesson is usually close to your dinner time, your lunch time, your bedtime, you don't have to deal with rushing home, trying to prepare dinner, trying to do a million things at one time. You can have them take their lesson, you can be there with them, or you can be in the next room listening in, and you can be preparing your dinner and allowing them to learn at the same time, and you just saved an hour or more than what you would be spending by driving your child back and forth. Reason number 2 why your child should take their classes online is the advantage in scheduling. So when you're taking lessons online, because you're saving all of this time traveling back and forth, this actually opens up more time in your schedule to be able to put your lesson where it's the most convenient for you and for your schedule at home. And in addition to that, if your child is not feeling well, you don't have to worry about making up those lessons. I've made it a rule in my studio that if children are experiencing symptoms, that the parents keep them at home so that we don't spread germs. Well, now if your child is experiencing some mild symptoms and you want them to take their lesson, they can take their lesson safely online. It's no problem. And so you have less makeup lessons to deal with on top of that. If your child has to miss a lesson, even though they have online classes because something comes up, you're unable to make it, you're unable to connect, the makeup classes are so much easier to schedule because now you're not having to make that extra trip. You're not having to figure out how you're going to get there and how you're going to get back and fit it in with everything else that you have to do. So the scheduling is much, much simpler when you do lessons online. Reason number 3 why your child should take their classes online is that your child will experience uninterrupted class times. So when you're bringing your child to a location for their class time, what ends up happening a lot of the time is that the previous class is either lingering or students are coming in late and it's being disruptive to those that got there on time. A child may have to use the bathroom. A child may get distracted and start distracting the others because they're goofing off. Well, now when you're taking your lesson online, your child can focus for that full 30 minutes and get their full lesson experience. Because if other children are having to use the restroom, or if your child's having to use the restroom, you don't have to worry about that. They're not going to interrupt the other children. They can just leave their instrument, go use the restroom, come back, finish their lesson. So it makes it easier and smoother for all students to be able to take their lessons together. And yes, we do groups online, so they can still communicate, they can still have fun with one another, but they have more ability to focus and get that full 30 minutes in. Reason number 4 why your child should do their lesson online is that they will be able to focus better. So many children that have a lot of activities get worn out, exhausted. They come in, they're not wanting to be there because they're just tired. It's not that they don't want to play their instrument, but they're having to push past that tiredness to do what they're expected to do in their lesson. Well, now that they're at home, they are peaceful, they are relaxed, they're comfortable, and they're not worn out from the constant traveling. And in addition to that, they get to interact with their teacher on something very familiar to children today, the screen. And a lot of children associate activities with screens as fun because they get to watch TV, play games. Well, now they get to do both. They get to watch their favorite television show, their music lesson, and participate, which is like a game to them. So children that are engaged with online lessons are actually more focused on what their teacher is saying. Also, if your child forgets their music a lot or forgets to bring something that's required for their lessons, now that's not a problem. Anything that they require is with them because they're at home. So they can just pull their music out, they can pull their instrument out, pull their other resources out, and just get right down to business and get the most out of their music lesson. And the 5th reason why your child should take their music class online is that you as a parent will better be able to see what they are learning. You will be able to see close up what the teacher is demonstrating to your child. You will be next to your child if you would like to be, and participating in their lesson with them. When you bring your children to a live studio, the parents are often not able to sit right next to their child for a space issue because the children have to be close together so that they can all see the teacher. Well, now you can have as many people as you want all seeing the teacher at the same angle. So parents can see exactly what the teachers are giving their children, how they're demonstrating the activities, and then in turn, you as a parent can help your child practice at home. So your child is going to be able to grow faster in their instrument because they're having your support as a parent, helping them learn, helping them practice, helping them grow. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm glad that you stopped by. Please subscribe to my channel now to get the latest updates on my video blog. We will be having more in this series and having other series that will give you tips and tricks for your instrument, performance technique, and much more. If you have a child that you would like to enroll in one of my classes, please contact me today using the contact information that you see at the bottom of the screen. I have spots filling up every day, so the sooner you contact me, the better I can accommodate your busy schedule. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you and your child in my studio, where we can make beautiful music together.